Hey, what's up guys? We're back again with the best Royal Giant deck in Clash Royale without any champions. The number 11 player in the world, Rey Supremo, only plays this deck. Since the start of Clash Royale, Royal Giant has been one of the best win conditions. After it crosses the river, it immediately targets tower to deal massive damage. So unlike other win conditions like Giant and Hog Rider, you don't have to travel all the way to tower. You can work half as hard. And in Double Elixir, Royal Giant really shines. When you're able to afford a Lightning to pulverize your opponent's Musketeers, Archer Queens, and ranged units, and obliterate their buildings so the Royal Giant can immediately lock onto tower, that's where you win games. Or if you're feeling fancy, you can use Tornado to clump up all of your opponent's units so your Bowler and Baby Dragon can splash onto them, hit your opponent's tower, and give you absurd value. This is by far my favorite Royal Giant deck in the game, and the player Rey Supremo has been playing this for years now, beating the best players in the world consistently, so it's a great deck to upgrade because it will always stay strong. Let's go jump straight to some games and assert dominance with the best Royal Giant deck without any champions. A huge thanks to everyone that's using creator code SIRTAG to support the channel. Thanks to Zuba, Zoo Battle Arena, for sponsoring today's video. I got challenged to show my Battle Royale skills in Zuba, a mobile free-to-play massive Battle Royale brawling game with up to 45 players on every map. Zuba's got over 116 million downloads, and it's still rated over 4.5 stars on the App Store. You can choose from over 32 different warrior animals with unique abilities and special attacks. You can get 3 different types of weapons by beating other players or picking them up from the map. And for every brawler, there's 2 different types of attacks, doubling the action and the fun. My favorite part about Zuba is the team versus team mode, where you can team up with friends or clanmates to crush the competition. Fighting with friends is always more fun. If you ever get eliminated, your teammates can revive you. And there's loot boxes in-game where you can get a ton of new characters and items. You can upgrade your characters, collect emotes and skins, and so much more. Download Zuba using my special link in the description of the video for 50 free coins and 40 gems. All right, so jumping into this one, we're gonna see what's happening. Definitely want to go for a Dark Prince in the back and just kind of figure out our footing before I spend too much elixir. Our deck, really good in double and triple elixir when you can afford all of your cards, but in single, because I've got 5 and 4 cost cards, if they go in for a Mighty Miner or go for Fisherman's, they're probably gonna get absurd value into me, especially cards like Mighty Miner that can immediately switch lanes. Not super fair when all of your cards are not going to be able to be afforded, so you can't have answers at all points. Okay, so I really want to go for Tornado here because he's likely going to drop something on top of the Bowler, and we can get it all into an alignment so then we can hit the tower too. Let's freaking go! Bowler is an alternative win condition with this deck, so I truly love it as a card. The only thing I'm not really happy about right now is I will not be able to kill the Hog Rider quickly. He's going to be able to get an Ice Golem, a Log Down, disrupt everything, and get a ton of damage. You know what, dude? You are kind of legendary with that Log. You are getting some profuse value. But as we start to escalate into the later stages of the game, I think my Bowler is going to pack a punch. So I'm not able to break through Ice Spirit Skeletons. My Dark Prince is just trying to find its way through, and then there's another 1 elixir cost card coming out of nowhere to shut me down and make me frown. The other thing about our deck is, even though our elixir cost is really high, if you're playing against Hog Rider, you should always have an answer, whether it's Tornado, Bowler, Goblin Cage. That's how this deck operates. Because you have such great defenses, you are able to get to double elixir pretty safe and sound. Maybe this guy's going to go for a cannon or something. That would be awesome. I'm going to go in for a Goblin Cage instead of Tornadoing right now because I get more counter push. And since he's having to defend a Royal Giant, I need the counter push right now. I want to get something out of this trade, especially if it's able to tank for the Baby Dragon. That would be awesome. I wonder if I Bowler here too, because I don't want to lose this interaction. The Musketeer will die. I've got a Baby Dragon and a Bowler. The Bowler is getting tanked for. He feels really important right now. It's like, the Baby Dragon, you're sacrificing your life for me. Oh, wow. That Hog Rider's got the moves. That Hog Rider's got the plays for days. Very easy King Tower activation, no damage. And he misses the Musketeer. Well, that hurts. Oh, I almost missed the Lightning. I was like, that hurts. And I was like, yeah, dude, I want to empathize with you right now. I want to feel your pain. I'm going to go in for a Dark Prince to fully shut down the Musketeer. And if you Royal Giant in the back, you're able to cycle another Royal Giant because it takes you a while for that Royal Giant to get to the river. And they don't want to cycle a building because the building deteriorates over time. So usually what will happen is they'll drop their building last second, and then you'll get back to another Royal Giant right in the nick of time. I'm going to Lightning on the Musketeer just because it's more annoying. I know that my Royal Giant is going to be able to kill that anyway, but I don't know if I was going to be able to kill the Musketeer. And if the Musketeer stays alive, then my supporting cards will just simply die. So not good for me. I think I want to go in for an Electro Wizard here and then go in for a Royal Giant, just keep up the aggression. It's because I was so committed to the Royal Giant aggression before, I felt like might as well do it again. I'm expecting to go for Skeletons, so I want to make a prediction, and I keep my Electro Wizard alive. Maybe he can lock tower. if it gives me a Royal Giant hit, that was such a good tornado. Especially since the Electro Wizard is stopping the Hog Rider from getting anything there. Your Goblin Cage can fully counter a Hog Rider if you guys didn't know, if you drop it as high as we did, and at the right timing. You don't need anything else. So I'm going to Bowler again in the back, and notice how he did all of his damage at the start, and he hasn't done much afterward.
Wait, what am I looking at right now?
He's having a Fireball cycle for his damage. That is sad. That doesn't feel right. I can stack up Musketeer counters with Baby Dragon off to the side and then just continuously get value that way by like making sure that the Hog Rider doesn't get through and then always lightning on the Musketeer so he's not able to get counter push. That's what I'm doing. I'm not lightning on the cannon if he does all that stuff because I don't care about the cannon. The cannon's going to deteriorate. However, if he consistently goes in for Musketeers, he can stack up and win the game off of that. So I'm just not about that life. And as you guys can see, Goblin Cage continuously gives us counter push. This guy is not able to win. It's just going to be a long and hard fought battle for the rest of the game. Going to draw it out and make me Lightning Cycle him twice probably.
Later.
That's our first Lightning. Thank you for the free Musketeer, bro. Oh, he's not even going to let me Lightning again. Wow, he's just going to go in for absolutely nothing and Hog Rider on the other side, allowing me to Tornado and get that Bowler shot. All right, so we're going to be jumping into this one and we're going to see what this guy's up to. If you go Musketeer in the back, the Bowler's just going to knock everything that you drop in front of that backward and also hit the Musketeer, so you cannot body block it. It's hilarious to do that. Oh, don't Graveyard me. Okay. This is pretty fine because I can go in for a Tornado on top of the Hog Rider, and that's not going to give him a single hit. Notice how the Valkyrie was like inches away from messing up my Tornado, but we dropped the Dark Prince at the appropriate time, and we're like, we've learned that interaction through a lot of pain and suffering and pulling the Valkyrie by accident. And, you know, once you make mistakes, you'll always get better. And this guy, I guess, he's got a deck that I haven't played against before. So usually I'm able to adjust and accommodate every situation and make predictions based off of people's decks. But this is not the case. The dude's got a Hog Rider and Goblin Barrel. And it's just really uncomfortable right now. Because whenever you see Musketeer with Goblin Barrel, you just don't know what the next couple cards your opponent's going to be dropping. Because none of that makes sense. Usually they'll have like other log bait cards. But when they've got like a Fireball bait card and they're like, yeah, my deck doesn't have much synergy, then they could even whip out like a Lava Hound or something. I don't know what this guy's going to do. All right, I'm going to go Dark Prince on the other side probably to go and pull the Baby Dragon so then I don't take as much damage on the Dark Prince. If I dropped it directly in front, I would have taken more damage. But notice how the Baby Dragon has to adjust. It has to go and find its footing and make sure that it knows where it wants to go. Okay, I think I just Tornado this back. Do I take less damage overall? Also, why is he eating an entire Dark Prince? What is this wild child doing? That's hilarious. I wonder if it was worth tornadoing it backward because I didn't take any damage on my Bowler, but I did take 400 damage on my tower. So, Bowler, you got to make me proud right now. You have to make sure that it was worth eating that damage. Hey, you gave me an extra shot on the tower. I think that the Bowler shot there is more than a Hog Rider hit. You guys will have to let me know on that. I'm not a mathematician. We can't do that quick math out here. I actually don't even remember how much that the Hog Rider did and what the original HP was on the tower. So I can't. I guess, has a really good Goblin Barrel, but the Dark Prince is going to stay in front because we don't want to take that damage. Maybe I can go in for a Royal Giant left-hand side because if you go for a Skeleton Army, I can easily Tornado it, and you're probably not ready for that. He's going to expect me not to Tornado. Oh, he went for a Mini Pack instead. Wait, Bowler is absolutely going to be amazing in this matchup. Guys, let's freaking go. So I'm going to go Bowler here. I'm going to go and pull this directly to the King Tower. He probably wasn't expecting this as well, but you could activate King Tower against the Mini P.E.K.K.A. Oh, wait, what? Oh, because the Hog Rider took up the space I wasn't able to. That placement always activates King Tower, but I guess not in that particular situation. And even if you have King Tower activated, you're going to take some damage against the Goblin Barrel. It's just not going to be that much. I think he'll eventually go for a Skeleton Army. I don't know when he's going to do it, so I'm going to Baby Dragon in preparation, and then I can Tornado afterward. I got to just Tornado this just because I want to be able to put that into range that I can go in for a Lightning and walk away to win. So Lightning does 420 damage. That's well on the path to victory. You cannot Lightning block with Skeletons. So we'll bounce on the next one. GG, well played and peace out. If you guys are ever struggling against mid-ladder strategies, this deck dominates them. As I played through that game, I had no clue what my opponent was going to pull out, but since I had Tornado, Goblin Cage, and Bowler, I was super safe. All right, we got a game against Dano with bolts from his clan. I hope that he goes and takes that type of initiative right into ladder and spams into my Bowler. Anyone that's really frustrated and playing ladder and trying to gain their trophies back,
I am so done with this stupid game!
When they face this deck and they frivolously spam into you, you're just going to get massive positive elixir trades everywhere. I'm going to go and cycle my Bowler in the back because I'm a super impatient sir. Most of the time you would want to kind of wait and then relish in the fact that you'll get much better matchups in double and triple elixir. And if your opponent spams on the other side, you can defend with Goblin Cage, Tornado. Just not necessarily the best play because I think my Bowler isn't going to give me a great trade here. So That's the reason that you don't make that play that I just did, but you can do it. You're just going to be putting yourself at a little bit of a disadvantage if you play more aggressive with this deck. So Mini P.E.K.K.A makes me feel like I can activate King Tower here with a Tornado. I don't know if it's going to die. I think it does die, so a little bit unfortunate. It is what it is. I needed to use the Tornado anyway because otherwise the Mini P.E.K.K.A would get a hit on my tower, and I can't afford that. The guy is currently up 500 damage because I made a slight slip up at the start cycling my bowler, as you guys can see. It's way better to wait until the later stages of the game. Oh, come on, dude. What are you doing? Why are you raging that up? Is that going to be able to find its way through? There's no way. That was a bowler. It was knocking you back, but raged up, the Mini P.E.K.K.A just can't be stopped. All right, dude. I see where you're getting the bolts from your clan now, dude. You're bolting down and just screwing me over on offense. Maybe I can go in for like Baby Dragon in the back and then Lightning here. This guy is actually not got that great of a good matchup because I have Lightning, I have Electro Wizard, and I also end up having Dark Prince and Goblin Cage. So I have a lot of ways of soaking up Sparky shots and not worrying about it. I think it's in my best interest to go in for a Lightning here because he went in for an Electro Wizard. And then if we can keep the Baby Dragon alive, it will kill the Sparky for sure. And then the Goblin Cage Brawler should be able to finish off the rest of his Spear Goblins. So I'm in a pretty good spot. We're going to have to find our opportunity to go in for a Royal Giant. If he uses a Mini P.E.K.K.A, then we can go for the Royal Giant very reliably. We're just always trying to have like a game plan in our head. We're like, okay, whenever he uses this card, we go in. And that's what you should do for every single matchup. Whether it's like a Hog Rider deck that relies on a cannon and you get it out of cycle and you're at the best possible point, you can go in for your Royal Giant. Or I guess if it's a P.E.K.K.A deck and you get the P.E.K.K.A out of cycle. Same thing here with the Mini P.E.K.K.A. Yeah, the Mini P.E.K.K.A's just dropped. As long as we can stop this, we're able to win the game with a massive parade push. So I'm going to go in for my Royal Giant immediately after with the Baby Dragon. Oh my gosh, I thought the Mini P.E.K.K.A was going to be able to shoot the bowler there, but the bowler stayed alive. Dude, no way. This is incredible. Amazing lightning value. That Royal Giant is popping off, and look at that push. Just one push is all it takes sometimes, and that's what we're doing. I think I'm going to go in for a bowler and not use my Goblin Cage because I don't want the Goblin Cage to get damaged down by the Dark Prince yet. And I think I can go and get away with like a Tornado here because if I Tornado and I Electro Wizard on top of the Sparky, it dies, and then he's just spamming Goblin Giants into Goblin Cages. And you know, the Goblins don't really want to have that type of family reunion right now. Dude, that's crazy that he was able to finish that off, though. That Goblin Cage is doing so much work. Are you kidding me? No way. Wait. He could mirror zap me. He's played this extremely well. I think I need to go in for the Royal Giant after the Sparky shoots the wrong thing, and then I Lightning afterward because the Dark Prince is taking the initiative to do it. Maybe I can Lightning here as well with the Mini P.E.K.K.A giving us no real way of breaking through besides getting that Royal Giant shot. I'm super lucky that happened. Extremely good player. He outplayed me, and at the very start when I cycled the bowler, it put myself in a bad spot. So if you want to play this deck correctly, probably don't cycle your bowler. You can cycle your Dark Prince. You can cycle your Baby Dragon if you really want to, but usually you want your opponent to make the first play. It's really important to learn from your wins because sometimes you win because of matchup. I think that guy played extremely well. Hey, we got a game against Mr. Ace. So I want to go Dark Prince here and just activate King Tower as quickly as I can. You guys already know the deal. Skeleton Barrel is a very obnoxious card if you don't have Tornado in your cycle because activating King Tower feels sublime. And look at that. I take no damage on my towers and I get the King Tower activation. So know that it's that placement. Do that and you'll pull off massive positive elixir trades. And then every single one of his aggression and bait cards and annoying stuff, whether it's Goblin Drill or Miner, it's going to get shut down by my King Tower. We got some help out here. Okay, so unfortunately the Electro Wizard doesn't finish off the Spear Goblins, but it's not going to do too much damage. I can eat that. One thing that we've realized earlier on while playing this deck is if I cycle the wrong stuff like the bowler as my first play, I might just put myself at a deficit. So I'm not going to be making any aggressive or frivolous plays here. I'll cycle my bowler when you start to cycle your stuff. I can go for a Dark Prince, and we know that it's going to get, you know, a little bit dragged behind by the Goblins. So it's not going to get too far ahead, and it will be right in vicinity of the Skeletons. The reason why I felt really comfortable dropping the Dark Prince there is because it doesn't get knocked back by the Skeleton Barrel, much like the bowler. So a lot of your cards in this deck are super sturdy. Wait, that's going to kill the Prince. That's really good for us. I can go in for a Baby Dragon to the left, and then go in for a Royal Giant right on top of that. I knew he was going to do it because he has more damage there. So I was like, if I stack up a Baby Dragon there, then I'm going to be able to already aid my Royal Giant push. And I can kill the Dark Goblin because he has barely any elixir. I'm a Tornado back all of his stuff. Oh my gosh. That was so satisfying, guys. I love this game sometimes. Baby Dragon, Tornado. Oh, it's juicy. And then Tornado with Bowler. Don't even get me started on that. In the late game, you can just make people rage quit. Yo, he's got the strongest mental in Clash Royale's history. He's still grinding. He is still out here. I'm going to E-Wiz on that immediately so I can kill the Skeletons and then pop through with the, oh my gosh, the barrels. The barrels of fun out here. We got our own goblins, the stronger than goblin barrel. I love that thing. It's such a fun card to play too, because most people that are running Earthquake with Hog Rider in the meta, I mean, they're tickling your goblin cage. If they run Mortar, they're just locking onto that, and then they're giving you some built-in counter pressure. So it works really well with this deck. Anyway, he's going to continue to spam me. I got to go for a Baby Dragon here. I'm going to Royal Giant when I get the opportunity to, when he's down a bit of Elixir, and he's going to be down a lot of Elixir soon. Especially with the Baby Dragon and the Dark Prince still alive. He's logging, he's spending way too much. I think I can Lightning on top of the Mortar whenever he decides to drop it. Oh, that was really well played with the Mortar on the other side, so I guess I can't break through that as well as I wanted to. So, well played, credit where credit is due. I'm going to go Bowler. Oh my gosh, that's a strike and a half. That is like Wii bowling to the extreme. Maybe kind of a meme. I kind of have to go for double Lightnings here. If he goes in for a Prince, I'm going to just Lightning it. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe I can Bowler though. Yo, this guy is just going to hate Tornado for the rest of his life. He's going to look at this thing and he's going to be like, why does Tornado exist? Why is this a spell? Sometimes people complain about it and they're like, it's the most overpowered spell in the game. I kind of agree with them. You guys have to let me know down below in the comment section. Would you nerf Tornado? It feels like it would completely redefine how Clash Royale is played. Like there would be less Hog Rider answers. There'd be less answers to really weird mid-ladder strategies. For me personally, I think Tornado is overpowered, but I think it's the necessity so you don't lose to too many crappy, crazy decks. I think it adds an extra layer of skill, but I'm excited to see what you guys have to say. Let's see if we can jump into this one and keep up the streak. You guys already know the deal. This deck is a little bit overpowered and it's giving me good matchups, and even when I don't play well, it's kind of carrying me. So I'm an Electro Wizard on top of the Fly Machine. We've got really good counter push, 4-for-4 trade. Thank you for the free Fly Machine there. Oh, we know what this has to be. Lava Clone. There's no doubt. If you've got Fly Machine and the tendency of dropping it at the river like that, you're going to be running that deck. I think I can go in for a Royal Giant on the other side to go and kite the Lumberjack so it doesn't do any damage to me. And if he goes Bats, I'm going to Tornado it immediately and pull the Baby Dragon as well. So now my tower finishes off the Baby Dragon. Let's freaking go. He doesn't have Lumberjack. He doesn't have Skeleton Arm. He has no Elixir. He can't do anything. He's just going to eat the double Royal Giant hits, which I guess doesn't matter to him because he is running Lava Clone. He's like, you know, 800 damage. I eat that for breakfast. There's one of those moments where you have to realize he's not a minor control player that is fighting for every bit of damage that he gets. He just goes in for one big push and he obliterates people. So since we have Tornado and we've got Baby Dragon and we've got Electro Wizard, it's kind of good for us to go same side, stack up a lot of stuff, use our Bowler to obliterate the skeletons and then also the Lumberjack and knock that back. The bad thing is the Fly Machine is going to be a problem. So we'll see what we can do here. I want to just Lightning on top of the Fly Machine as quickly as I can so we can keep the Bowler's HP pretty steady so then he can't kill our Baby Dragon and then he won't be able to clone everything up. If he clones up the Fly Machine, it's going to be way more of a problem for me because I can't necessarily kill that very quick. I think that the Electro Wizard is going to die here, but with the Baby Dragon surviving, we should be okay. Okay, never mind. We're not okay. We're not okay after Tornado. Oh my goodness. That got out of hand real quick, bro. Wow, I can't believe, like, if you don't have Tornado or you don't have a small spell, even if it's like cloned up Lumberjack and Bats or Lumberjack and a couple little Lava Pups, that could take out your entire tower in seconds. So very scary there. I think I'm going to go in for a Dark Prince on the left-hand side so then we can maybe get the Skeleton Army there and it won't counter push behind the Lava Hound. And I'm going to get geared up for a Baby Dragon and a Lightning again. I'm hoping that I can hit a Lumberjack and a Flying Machine, but it's likely that I'm just going to hit a Flying Machine. And if it goes on the other side, then that's a little bit better for us. Wait, Lightning is going to be superb. I'm able to hit the Fly Machine and then also the Baby Dragon as well. So that's way better trade. And then if he goes in for a clone, he's only going to be hitting the Lava Hound and no pups at all. So that's what we wanted. We want to kill all the support cards so then we're making his clone useless. I'm also going to go in for a Dark Prince here so we can soak up the damage to the Baby Dragon and everything survives a little bit longer. And then I'm going to go in for another Baby Dragon so we can damage everything down. The Dark Prince is going to force out more Elixir and then go for another Goblin Cage. You guys are noticing that we're just keeping and stacking as many air cards as we possibly can. Tornadoing at the last second so we can clump everything up. So even if he goes in for a clone, it's going to be useless. I'm going to go in for an Ewis. Okay, it wasn't that useless. Why are you able to clone up 2 units and give value? That's crazy. You're also playing this pretty well. We know he's going to try to go for a Skeleton Army, so I want to go Dark Prince and then maybe go for a Royal Giant at the river. Okay, yeah, this is good. I think this is our moment where we go in and we see what happens. Because I know I'm able to kill the Fly Machine with the Baby Dragon. I know that I'll get a lot of damage with my Royal Giant. I hope it's more than he gets with his Lava Hound. I don't think that the Lava Hound's going to do too much, especially if we can Tornado that and then have the Royal Giant give us one more hit. We should be able to Lightning it out because it does 420 damage, and that's all it takes. So identify your position when your opponent goes in for aggressive stuff at the river that costs 7 Elixir. And if they don't have a building, your Royal Giant is probably going to do even more than them. Like, subscribe for more daily videos, and have an incredible rest of your day.